Make myself bigger. Ooh, the sun is sunning today. Hi, everybody. Happy President's Day. Ooh, okay. I apologize for this lighting situation going on here. I'm going to turn myself away from the sun. But let me know. Can you hear me? How are y'all doing? Hi, Nicole. Thank you for coming. It's a holiday, so I know a lot of people have off. I had no idea this light was going to be doing this. So let's experiment for a moment. This looks crazy, right? Okay. How's this? Hi, Tawanda. You have off. So I'm really excited to show y'all some footage of this and have this conversation because there's a theme that if you notice, it seems like I go in different angles sometimes, or maybe it doesn't, but the overarching theme, and I always wanted to talk about this every time I see things come up with extensions. Microloc extensions started with twist or braids, and I always go back in my mind. I have experiences to pull from what I've learned, but I'm like, I never really shared this recap, and I never really shared these conversations. Um, and you might gonna get some technique demo that I mean, the Masai are some beautiful people and so willing to share information. But I tell them pump his brakes because when we get to the way things happen in the U.S. is us, some things are being done. People see a video or two and they end up sometimes not getting the full context information and doing it and end up causing more harm. And you know, it's cultural things that are definitely you have to know to be in this country to kind of understand when it comes to hairstyles, and you have to be over there to understand how they view hair and hairstyles. And it's phenomenal experience that I want to share with y'all. But I'm always pulling gems that are relevant to what's happening. Hey, Adria, to what's happening in this niche that I've been talking about from the mountaintop for 16 years. So things have roots, things have origins, things have things that inspire. So we're going to get into just what the connection is and hearing from some traditional Masai through translation about some of the techniques and things that we use now, we do today now. I'm going to put my 2 cents in. I want y'all to put your 2 cents in and your experiences. And please, if you are on the motherland, because we have a presence out in Africa. So even in Tanzania, our affiliate manager used to live in Arusha, which is actually where this Masai hairstylist is in as well. I didn't know that there was a huge connection until I hired her. I was like, wait a minute, I was just in Arusha. And so, if you are on the motherland, I would love to hear your feedback in its indigenous styling and how it translates here. I think this is a very important conversation. Playing hide and seek with this sun. So we're gonna get this together. I'm just gonna move down, okay? Here we go. You see Manny back there? Manny, no, we call her Manny, but another name would be better for her. I got a lot of stuff behind me. All right. Okay, so I am Jessica, founder of Microloc Mastery Naturally. Beautiful hair care, creating Microlocs out of Brooklyn, New York in 2009. And really to be an innovation upon small locks, right? That existed. Sister locks existed, but there was so much innovation and freedom of tool usage and all different other things that I felt were important to have in creating a strong lock. So that has been my contribution to the discussion, to the educational platforms for a decade and a half at this point. So I didn't even know where to start. I was like, how should I start? Well, I'm going to tell y'all about this trip really quickly. So in 2021, October 2021, yes, COVID was in full-fledged, and I actually had COVID 3 months prior. But because Tanzania's government is the way that it is, or was the way that it was, you could travel there as long as you show that you were negative. So we went to Tanzania, beautiful country, some of the friendliest, most dynamic people I've ever met. The Masai are an indigenous, that's the overarching. I think there's other subgroups, but the Masai are the people out there. The indigenous wear their clothing. They carry I don't know if they call it a machete. I call it a machete. And they walk around and it will protect you, but also don't play with them. They're the nicest people, but they know how to kill a lion with their hands. And we're going to meet. Actually, I have a Masai chief that is on video, talks about it, and you get to look at his hair and you get to see what it really is, because I was always stumped. I'll hear conversations about people who admittedly have never been to Africa, but they sometimes this is a very emotional topic when we talk about microlocs and sister locks. I can never speak for Joanne Cornwell's inspiration, but people try to say what her inspiration was or try to say exactly what it is. And until you go and see for yourself, as far as technique, you're like, oh, wow, okay, so this is different. This is what it is. And I've had some people even come to comment on me because I think they were just kind of upset about there being so much division. And I've never wanted to promote division, only great work. And I will always speak truth about what I feel gets in the way of that. Great work and us working cooperatively to achieve results for people to have great experiences. So they said something about it all comes from Africa. And I was like, absolutely. A lot of our styles and things are absolutely out of Africa. But let's get really to what is has been done, what is being done, and hear from people there who are immersed in the culture of hairstyling exactly what is happening. All right, so are y'all ready? Can y'all like this, share? I'm gonna be honest, I was nervous about sharing this. This is some information I wanted to share for such a long time. I hadn't been able to. I'm gonna edit this into a succinct, non-live video, but it is such, I feel like this is valuable information. I hope that y'all realize this is valuable. I mean, not everyone gets on a plane and flies 20 hours to the other side of the world to focus on this particular information for this particular niche. I hope that y'all can appreciate my vulnerability and my honesty and sharing information. And also, out of respect, the Masai do teach you a couple of techniques for free in this. And I've always, like I said, I wanted to tell him that I do think that, so we don't exploit what we don't fully understand, show some things. But I said, there's some things that we're working on that we'll put in a more formal context so that they can benefit from the skills and culture that they have created, and that we don't take it and exploit it and make money and not give any back to them and do it wrong. Or do it in a way that's missing all the context, or do it in a way where we're keeping them in to have a desirable effect of like, I'm going to go right into it. I'm going to go right into it. Oh, I forgot that. Make sure that my words are heard and received properly. Keeping certain styles in for long term and calling them microloc extensions. A lot of it has connections to origins of what we'll see, and these on what I'm going to show you, but that is not a healthy thing to do for hair. I'm going to put that right on the table. Okay, so it's not something that was ever done prior to, not done intentionally. If someone left their hair in for a certain period of time past what it should be, and it usually was seen as like a mental health thing, or you have no resources to get your hair done or redone. It wasn't to create, as they term it, dreadlocks. All right, so we're going to talk about, well, I appreciate you guys saying this. Thank you. And this is more now ancestral stuff too, and they want y'all to honor this information. So again, if I'm gonna put it together in a much more seamless video. This is me live. This is me piecing together. So please bear with me as far as patience. Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, so what I want to quickly just share. Oh, I have to give y'all context. While I was out there, I also some hair. Sorry, y'all. This what we're going to be talking to the Masai at is at this particular location, which is kind of orphanage of sorts. And I went and I have a little girl. Well, she's not a little girl now. She's a teenager named Najma, who you see in the video, that is very interested in hair. This is DNA for a lot of us. Whether you are from the continent directly or not, it's DNA. So she is very into hair. So I went over there and I just gave context while I was there. She's unboxing a mannequin head that I give y'all in the training and some of the supplies and stuff. And she is in the video getting her hair done by the Masai. All right. So I could probably just put this on mute and let it play while you see inside. And then when we see the video and we see what's happening, you hear the conversation, you're going to be seeing her get her hair done. So yeah, she was like my sponsor. I helped pay for her school for the year, and we'll be doing some more things over in Arusha, Tanzania, East Africa. Okay, so let's go to um, some of the missummers. I'm gonna zoom in so that y'all can see this is the front, but let's see if I have some of the back. So this was us in Zanzibar, and you're welcome. The Masai are some beautifully melanated, tall, slender. You think about, they also have a ceremony where they jump high. So this was in Zanzibar, and they love hearing that you are from the U.S. But you know, as all African people, we got the hair game down out there. Like I say we because we're a collective of melanated people. But she's showing off. She just was walking by. So, and this is one of the Masai priests. I'm going to show y'all the video of him now and his hair.
A Masai.
It looks like you have
Yeah.
sewn in yarn.
Yeah.
Yes, yarn.
Want to take photo with you?
No, I just want to see.
Your hair is a work of art. It's absolutely gorgeous.
beautiful.
Can you look down? I'm sorry. I know.
Problem,
I'm being so extra.
No problem.
I'm always extra, but he what he has was yarn. Okay. Some people mistake this for locks. We look very similar. We don't have yarn. They have yarn, and they have the front part of their hair is let me show you this picture again. The front part is I gotta get his picture. It's twist. You can't see it in this picture, but you can see the back. Okay, those, and they do it over and over again. That's why it's so neat. That's why it's so super neat, right? So these are the not the hairstylists per se. This is the people of the culture, right? But I wanted to say this because let me tell you what the real reason why I wanted to also talk about this. So because I have some pictures of two-strand twist sent from one of our certified professionals who's actually certified in Microloc mastery extensions, and someone came in with a two-strand twist Microloc extension style that had eaten and broken away almost all of her head. And that's the picture I was trying to pull if you guys tuned into my Instagram live Friday. And I was like, I can't share my screen. I was just so like, come on. It was so sad. And I have those pictures in this slideshow. I wanted to show you. I don't know. I just wanted to show you this because I never really talked about the styles that I've seen. But I do think when people are referencing things coming out of Africa in regards to small locks, I do believe most people are referencing the Masai. And so I don't know how many of us actually go see and touch and speak to stylists, but they're not the same of what we have. But they could be inspirational. So I can't say what inspires people. So let's go back into now. Where do I go here? Oh, that's my daughter. My daughter also has Microlocs that I started, and that's me. We're in Masai village, and that's one of the Masai. Okay, so now when we get back to what is being shown here, is something called a Masai twist. And it's a teeny tiny, he did them in all different sizes for me. And the way they do it is so amazing. I had showed this stuff. Anybody follows my Instagram from like 3 years ago. And I also have Beauty Naturally Instagram page, or I think I put this on the Microloc Mastery page. And I showed you the video of him showing that. I'll show it again today. He shows you how he does this. And then he talks about how long to leave it in. And then we talk a little bit about my hair, and we talk about quote unquote dreadlocks. And I have pieces of the conversation. Again, I'm going to make this a full-fledged video shortly with everything seamlessly going in and captioned and everything for you. So, I'll go back to that photo. But you know what? Let's skip to that real quick. This was one of my certified pros showed this picture of this is essentially a before picture at this point. She went to many people, I don't want to drop names, but you probably have heard of, if you follow Microloc, is someone doing Microloc extensions, a company teaching people to do this. And it's 2-strand twist, but at the root, it is braided and then it's like twisted. The subsequent pictures or video, you see no hair. You see them hanging on. I think she had them in for less than a year, but it had done so much damage that she ended up having to shave off her hair, and she colored it. She looks really great now, but I mean, that's a huge transition for a woman to make. If I was forced to shave my hair, I'd probably have a little mini meltdown because I have to prepare for something like that. I wouldn't want it to gradually be hair loss and then I got to shave my hair. So I just wanted to show y'all that real quick. As we go back to now, and I'm showing y'all some more video of how he's doing this style. All right, let me go back to, just to have it cut off. Oh, I don't know how. I'm thinking to cut it out, you could probably just cut out your own hair, but to get it done, she paid, I don't know which one is the one person this pro told me paid $3,000 to get 2-strand twist, and that was a mess. But I think that's a separate client. But this client for sure paid thousands of dollars to get what I just showed y'all, which is not in a locking room. This is not in the locking room in any shape, fashion, or form. And putting a 1 rotation interlock at the root doesn't turn a beautiful 2-strand twist style into locks, even if the intention is that. I want us to be so clear about that. This saves you money, your hair, thousands of dollars, your mortgage, your rent. If you find that valuable, I really suggest at least being open-minded to hear this. Because when I show y'all the other pictures of what it looks like now, it's not even that it's not funny. It's infuriating. It's infuriating to me. I don't know if it is for you. I know, I'm sorry, y'all. Most of y'all watching are beautiful people, but there's some trolls, or some people that think you're trying to take money out of someone's pocket. No, I want y'all to get the right kind of money. And so I had remembered the conversations I've had. So let me bring up one. He's not showing technique in this next one, but I want to hear what he's saying. Bear with me. He's going to show y'all video of technique. I just want to hear what he's saying.
I was asking him how long can he take to do it.
I'm gonna pause it. So that is the stylist that did those twists. I forgot his name, but I still have contact with him. We FaceTime not that long ago. I don't like to tell you everything I planned, and I just tell y'all to stay connected. And if y'all, good energy attracts energy, because he's gonna come back up in relevancy, and I think it might be something exciting that you might be interested in. But we have some things we're planning, again, in regards to education, in regards to Tanzania and getting there and getting people there. So he is one of them. That's horrible and sickening, but it keeps happening. That's why I'm here to learn. All right, thank you. Okay, so he's translating for him. Let's hear what he has to say really quick. And he's going to show you some things.
Maybe like you are here, it can take almost like 3 years to be done.
That's fast.
Yeah, he do.
It tells me it takes 2 days for me to start my hair like this.
2 days?
Yeah. For her too, 2 days. I can show him. I could show you. Yeah, she had an loosened and we. Yes, the dread. This same thing.
They say they don't use it 2 days, only maybe 1 day it can be done. Or some hours they can be done.
And he said he twisted, but yes. He twisted. We do. I will show you what we do. Tell him it's a technique that we do. And we ever love to talk more. So I need translation.
Okay, so he didn't know what I had in my hair for the beginning, right? He was like, "What?" And so he's telling me he can do many twists this size, but listen to what he says about it. He has to clarify later that he wasn't referring to dreadlocks. He was referring to he can make this twist this size and they can do faux locks. But he says certain styles are 2 months and certain styles are 3 months. I just kind of cut to the chase and said what he said because I got to pull up that video real quick. And I had all my videos queued up and then StreamYard dropped them, but it's okay. I'm going to pull it right back up. And so he was going to show you some technique. Let me pull it up because I can't multitask. Y'all know I'll be sitting there struggling to pull up something and say a point. But the understanding that I think is important for us to merge. I always wanted to merge culture, bridge gaps of culture and knowledge, because they're out there right now in real time doing a lot of styles that we are right now in real time doing for different reasons, different purposes, and with different outcomes. Okay, why does this look like this? It's not how I want it to look. Let's see. I know what I can do to make this faster. Yeah. Let me know. Thank you for sticking with me. Let me know where you're watching from. I told April that I was nervous about this because I said I wanted to be, looks like my reception is bad. Bear with me. There's one thing that I don't like is that when I queue up everything already in advance, it sometimes loses it on StreamYard. So I spent all this time getting things ready for the video, only for it to stop. Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah. I think this is it. Seven, 7, 8. Oh my gosh, y'all. Give me a second, y'all. Because it is slowing down my computer. 7, 7, 8, 7, 7, 8. Is it on here? 7, 7, 8. 7, 3, 8. 7, 7. Okay, here we go. Okay. Child. This is the second one.
Kuna nywele za special kwa ajili ya kubipu. Sio hii nimejaribisha tu.
That's not the one I'm going to show you. I'll show you that one in a minute. Hold on, it's right next to it. He's going to show you and have some important dialogue. Where is 7, 7, 8? Here.
Ya kusokota mpaka mwisho.
He's gonna show you the thin one to go direct up down.
Okay. Yeah. He's gonna make the tiniest one he can make.
Ndogo sana.
Wow, look how tiny.
Ndogo sana.
Oh my gosh. Again, some free steps. Wow. Y'all get put on some indigenous game. I hope that I get at least a couple more likes on this. Y'all learning this for free right here in the video that you may or may not like. I hope that you houses out that last for 2 months also.
Yeah. Abandisha video nani.
Wow.
Hayana kama muda gani?
Hii hata miezi mitatu.
So this can stay maybe for 3 months.
3 months?
Yeah.
Did y'all just see that, what he did? And did you just hear what they said? That's the smallest size he'll make. He just went over his leg and he said, this is what the Masai do. And because it's so tiny, take it out after 3 months. He said the 2 months to 3 months, no more than 3 months. Right? Further explanation on that is because you don't keep this in for permanent. Obviously, it's straight hair, right? So we can all say that. But there are people that have been trying to create lock extensions with the straight hair, with the kinky hair, no matter the hair texture, because it is not healthy to keep in for longer than that amount of time. Let's finish watching this. I appreciate y'all who's spending this time with me. I was nervous because I was like, this is so close to my heart, because it's like, now I'm not just talking from, okay, let's just show the rest of it. He's so happy to show everybody this. And I said, now let's make sure that he can.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow. It's smaller than mine. Like mine.
More than you.
Yes. Look at it.
Tusiendelee ili tunafumua.
Okay. So, hold on, y'all. Hey, on IG, I didn't see you. Do I have the after picture? I absolutely do. Stick with me. You'll see everything. Please make sure that you like this and comment on IG. I'm going to pop back and forth, okay? So I have all the pictures, but of course, I'm giving you the context, and I want to cue up the video. So we're going to look at the, y'all want me to just jump to the after picture of this lady? So remember now, I was professional wants me to say her name because I think she's actively working with this client. So I'm not going to say her name, but she is Microloc Mastery certified. And she had this client come in and they showed this picture, but this is not what she saw. What she saw was this. This might be hard to see, so let's take a moment. What you're seeing is the crown head of this picture. Months down the line, where the roots were interlocked now, and it's been some time. And ultimately, I'll show you this other video now, where you can see a video of this same exact person. Almost didn't look like the same person. I was like, are you sure it's the same? I mean, she wouldn't lie to me. Are you sure it's the same person? Because it was some time where those, and if I could zoom in, I can't zoom in from this. But if you can zoom in, you can screenshot and zoom in. What you see is a little braid attached right to the root with a little 2-strand twist of some kinky hair, and then maybe a rotation or two of interlock. Now, I don't know who came up with this as a permanent, because interlocking a root does not make everything else hanging from it a lock, nor the intention of being a lock, nor the way that it is attached to be healthy. Actually, let me go to this real quick. This has a curse in it. I can mute it. It's one curse. I'll mute it. I'm going to add this to the stage, though.
Take out them box braids.
I muted it. This is a phenomena. Oh, let me mute it. I didn't mute it. That happens when you attach any braids, even as big as her, as little as her, no matter the size, and it gathers in your sweat. It gathers in it's heavy. It will get sweat, dandruff, product, form a little nasty knot. You know, when you take those braids out, all you see is a bunch of your hair, and then usually thinner at the root, because that has no, it's hanging. So it has, it's hanging and you're putting it interlock, hoping that it goes through the process of evolution of swelling, expanding a curl. But the weight hanging from it is likely that it is not going to swell and expand out. That is straight. You're pulling out the curl. You're pulling on the curl with something heavy, like a braid attached in that manner. That's why for thousands of years, I don't know how I'm not a whatchamacallit, to know the exact amount of time humans have been on this earth or how much time they've been doing this precise style in Africa, but it's safe to say hundreds of years and generations, why it was put in again, why they're always redoing styles. There's so many cultural reasons for it. You see a lot of hairdressing, you see a lot of together, doing hair and the whole art of it. It's not I'm gonna do this and leave it and go leave this to be locked. Now the history of locking and it has its own thing. But did you ever see what we see today? This is not something, not to say things can evolve and become new and innovative, but now you're crossing into damaging and never done because it was damaging territory. Maybe you just didn't know because no one is really doing it, because it was kind of a known if you knew how hair worked. And so that is some of, okay, so let me get to this video because I have to pull up a different way to show it because I can't download to my computer. So I have to share my screen to show you this. Let me cue it up. Okay. Of this person before. I don't care how neat the grade is. I don't care how much you can argue me, how many followers you have. If you care about hair, you would stop doing this. I don't care. See, sometimes I'm nice, Jessica, and I think my message gets missed. People roll over what's being said because they're like, she ain't got that many followers. But hair is hair. You want hair? Do you want results? Or do you want flashiness in your hair? I don't like people being played around with and coming in happy to get something done. And then you got to look at this. How do I share this? I'm sorry, y'all. How do I share my screen? I don't want to share my screen. Share this window. Oh, you might not see it. Okay, let me share my entire screen. Okay. There's no audio on it. Wait. So you're going to see everything I see right now. This is very poor quality. Oh, uh-oh. Hold on. My computer is really bugging out right now. Hold on 1 second. It's not. Okay, I could just open it from here. Let me make it. It's very poor quality, y'all. You can't see. This is how it was given to me. But this is the same person. She's showing you the top back. She's showing whoever's filming. Why is my computer doing this? Hold on. Let me unplug this. Whoever is filming it, she's showing the bottom. Is this screen going black to you? She's showing the front all coming out. She's showing in between. She's showing all her edges broken. Locks have broke off. Now, I don't see bald spots in her hair, so I don't think her hair was in a poor state. It looked like she has pretty decent, healthy hair when it's done. Okay, let me double check to see if y'all saw that. Did y'all see it? Oh God, okay. Y'all don't see it. Okay, sorry, y'all. I'm gonna show you again. Okay, I'm gonna show you. I'm sorry. I don't know why they show. Share my screen. Entire screen. Oh, I know. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm so slow. I'm slow. Now y'all see my screen. Y'all see your comments. Okay, let's do it again. Apologies. All right. Let's go show this again. It's weird. It's doing all of this extra stuff instead of just here. I tell you it's poor quality. There's the top gone that you saw in the picture. She's scratching to show you there's nothing there. Nothing there. The back, by the nape, by the neck. Big tufts of hair. They've come out, and now she's showing the front and the sides. I can see gray hair. I see hair, patches of hair. And those were those 2 string. You can see the blonde streaks from the picture. So that's why I'm like, oh, though it's poor quality, this is how it's aged. And so it was an interlocked and just damaged. No, she has a different phone type, so apologies. It's not a person I have contact with, so I couldn't ask for her to send a better quality. That's just, she's in the hands of one of our Microloc Mastery Extensions trained pros now, and they're working through this. You can see a screen now. Okay, cool. Let's look at this picture again. That's what she got. This is what she left with. No, not left with. This is what she had down the line. One of many stories. Something I wanted to share with y'all too. So I'm gonna be careful about this, but let me go look at it before I share it, because it came on my timeline from a hair company. One of those hair companies that's most likely Korean owned at the very top, but it has black faces in front of it. And they had the 2-strand twist. They were saying, start your Microloc journey with this. Similarly, what we see with the Masai twist that they've never left in, this was that. So bear with me. I'm going to show y'all. But I'm going to look at it real quick, because I don't want people to think that I'm bullying. I'm strictly looking at the techniques that they're trying to market to hundreds and thousands of people and get a lot of likes, because we don't know. Because it looks good, because it's curly. Oh, like for a temporary, I keep saying these styles look great for temporary. Beautiful. But when you sprinkle in a little touch of education, you start to say, well, y'all not leaving that in for longer than 3 months, are you? Then you have all the comments. I can't wait. I just bought my hair and I can't wait to start my Microloc journey. And you're like, you don't need that to start your journey. But if you're going to start your journey with extensions, you need it. You need the right kind of extension. So I my computer just like, you're not going to see any of the, it just gives me the number. It doesn't even give me what it looks like. And it's really, really making me upset. So let me go here and pull the number. I might have to look at it before I try to share it, because I don't want anybody coming back to me saying that I'm doing this to bully people when I don't sometimes see a watermark, because I'm really stuck at tech, as y'all can see. I am not the most, I'm tech savvy in other ways, but not like this. When it comes to other things, I can do things, but I don't even, we're gonna stay with what I can pull up easily. All right. So he showed you, what else I want to show y'all? Let me see what else is in here. Okay, so that's that for the pictures, and I have some other things to tell y'all. What are y'all? Okay, so your question is, and that was with extensions or without extensions? Which picture? This one with extensions. This is the same person, though it looks like it's not. Have I ever lied to y'all? This is what was given to me. And as I look for indicators that this is the same person, I see it. When I see which locks have the color, so there's an updated picture of her having her head shaved. It has her face, and I'm not going to share that because she doesn't need to be identified. I'm glad that she's able to make lemonade out of lemons, and everything has a reason. And maybe that was for her to embrace how beautiful she was with the short cut shaved head. But I mean, think about all the unnecessary pain of having to watch and experience each and every one of these lots come out little by little, and still trying to keep the style in and trying to rationalize spending the money. Whether you like the person that did your hair or not, I want us not to be scared of our stylist, not to be scared to say something might not be right. Also, again, if you know that this person is trustworthy, you've seen their work, there's due diligence that we need to do on our parts if we are clients. And there's obviously due diligence that the professional should be doing when they're investing in something and then advertising it for services and working on X amount of heads. But I think that being able to have open conversation where it's not crossing the boundary of the respect, but it's like, I asked my loctician, but I already knew. I saw her work long term. So I say, look for long term. If all you see are installs, installs and more installs. And some of the things that I try to say for free are some things I want y'all to keep in mind. Like if you see a person doing it or not doing it, you say, hey, well, do you like, what are your thoughts on X, Y, and Z? Or do you, and if you find extra defensiveness, I know what I'm doing is the first thing. I know what I'm doing. I didn't say you didn't know what you're doing, but I want to know why you're doing what you're doing. Because you could be doing anything and know what you're doing, but do you know why you're doing it? Is it what you're supposed to be doing? Yeah, she's connected. This is from the Microloc Master Certified Pro who gave this in, showed me, because she's now working with her to remedy the situation. And she had come to her. We need more Microloc Master Certified Pros in extensions. I know it's a pricey thing, but if y'all know what you're doing, you can get that back in probably 1 to 2 clients. You can have a payment plan and start making your money and use the money you make to pay in a class and start fixing this and really start. I hate to say, when this happens, you be the one to fix it, because really should be able to create your own beautiful installs without having to fix other stuff. But it is an opportunity here because she's got the market in her location in Maryland right now, and she's got people coming in. I would do 1 or 2 clients of extensions. I would. I know I might. So I think it's the point where people have to make that leap sometimes to invest. But if you want or the cleanup work or the fixing, it is going to be an investment to fix this if you want to keep it. It depends on who you go. Hi, Chandrika. I didn't shut you out. I have so much more to show y'all. Okay, so I know you're like, well, they show me. I know. Y'all know my videos didn't upload. Okay, so this is the one he was trying to show you the difference.
For this, I mean, special style for this, just only for that. That's like an example. Yes.
It's different hair that you use for this one?
Yes.
Different hair.
ambazo zinajinyorota, yani ukiachia ni kama inapendeza, inajaa.
The hair is like a roll itself, so it's like it's made like a big roll. It's a little bit
Oh, okay. Okay.
Sasa hapa kuna nyingine, ngoja nimuonyeshe moja nyingine.
He wants to show you all the different sizes.
Namba nene.
Gonna do a big one. He uses the stick to part, no comb.
Ongeza kidogo. Yeah.
Big one. Okay.
He's doing Masai twist. Yeah, he said 2 to 3 months. He's very clear about how to start that this is the start line. Although he's not braiding at the root, he's doing the side twist, like Senegalese twist.
So you have to divide to be a 3, like the way you do.
Divided into 3?
Yes. Like 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
He's giving you a free tutorial. We're giving you a free tutorial. I love my people. Oh, so good. This is
Speedy. Speedy.
Yes. He said speed. He's going slow to show you what he's doing. But he can go fast.
3 way.
Yes.
3 way.
Speedy.
Speeding up.
Yes.
Speed.
Yeah, I guess he's just showing a regular braid.
So it's braids.
Mwambie unaweza ukamalizia
Alright, so a
kwa
lot of
njia
us know how to
mbili
do this, but
kwamba yani sio lazima umalizie na njia tatu tu.
You can start with the 3-way but finish with the 2-way.
Like this.
or you're gonna finish with 2. Oh my God! Wait, hold up! Whoa! I think we just missed the whole thing. I thought he was showing a braid. And I was like, oh, it's just a braid. We know how to do braid. Y'all, he just did a twist with 3 strands to secure the twist. I didn't even realize it. Did y'all realize that? Or did you think he was braiding a three thing? The way he showed me about 5 different techniques. I didn't even, all the clips, I'm gonna put them together for y'all. He showed so many different things and I had no idea what he was just showing me until he just showed it now. But you notice that they're not matching up the hair to how much is growing out. They're putting it in, they're attaching it. And then as it comes out, 2 months, maximum 3, take them down. They could do them all over again. You want to keep your hair. She got edges, you know, even a woman with the really tight, I'm not saying people can't doesn't pull the hair, but there's certain practices that you put in place. But okay, let's just finish. He was showing a 2-strand twist done with 3 pieces. That was just amazing to me. I didn't realize that.
Twist. Braid and then twist.
Because I don't see a braid. I see a twist. I don't know what I'm seeing. My brain is.
Move it out.
Maybe it's a braid. A braid and a twist. I don't know.
Twist. There's my hand.
Okay, it's a twist, braid, twist.
Twist. Nice. Najma has all different styles now.
Ndaweza kumuonyesha bana wakati kuna rasta ya kubipu ile special na ile ya njia.
Okay. So yeah, I was a little confused, but he attached it with a twist. I noticed they don't braid the root. They attach it with a twist. You saw how he wrapped it in it. And then he was showing me the braid and the twist. But the way that they take it and then they roll it over their knee, he said he can finish a whole head of even the micro small ones with 2 people in about 1 day. So, but he said in a couple of hours, he can do a regular size head, 3 hours. And he said my hair, 3 hours. He said my size he can do in a few hours if you have a couple of people. So they were just trying to tell me different things they do. What? Thank you. Okay, so I saw a long comment. I'm gonna get to it. I appreciate your care attention to detail so much. Yeah, detail is what ends up, I think, I don't know. I just I have detail. Let me read this, Ari. Whew. Let's move this thing. Okay. You had a client, crochet dreadlock, not microlocs, who came in recently and she had extensions put in 2 months prior. And the influencer claimed that she had to be super delicate to her hair, never put them up, and 3 fell out and 3 more were about to fall out. I removed and fixed them and got them in good, but I couldn't believe she got charged so much for nothing. Believing this well-known influencer was gonna do a great job as she has so many followers, but I can't read the whole comment. Wait, maybe I can. Hold on, let me see if it won't show me past this line. So an influencer did hair? Okay. Influencers don't always equal expert, trained, knowledgeable. Now they could be one and the same, but it's not always one and the same. Like it could be someone that actually knows their stuff and then they become an influencer. But most of the time we find it's not. And that's why I was talking about us being very careful about just in the moment. And like I say, just stop and breathe and say, is all this glitz and glimmer and shine real? I need to critically think now that I'm caught up in it for a moment. And it's like, okay, now is this proper technique? Will this last? What's the knowledge educational foundation for this? I know people don't sometimes ask that, but if I'm about to put down money that's equal to some people's mortgages or rents for several months, I think it would be in our best interest to do that. And just kind of ask a couple of questions if you want to try to give yourself a better chance of having what you want. So like that's what those ads are capitalizing off of that I was telling you about. That I see on my timeline when I see the hair companies, QVR hair. I'm sorry to say their name. Whoops. QVR hair. Some other companies I've never heard of or I just started hearing about that are doing twisting or Afro kinky hair or curly hair. And they're really trying to, I know for a fact, because I tell you, I know for a fact, they will find out what is trending, but they don't have all the information because most of the time, this is not even their hair type. And a lot of them are Korean-owned companies because they still dominate the hair. And they have a lock on it. They've had a lock on it. I mean, that's a known fact. And anyway, they're disconnected, but they're capitalizing off of influencers. And what I say, what is popular is not always right, and what's right is not always popular. So you're going to have to be discerning. You are going to have to be. That's it, period. If someone has a lot of things, start looking for red flags like I see nothing past installs, or as the installs, they're not seeming like it seems like it's looking drastically different. I'm not seeing enough of those photos. I tell people I don't even really show install photos. I show y'all people who had their hair for 5, 10, 15 years. Even our first lock extension client going on 14, 15 years. Like I want to show you that things can last past that. And you can deal with real people and real hair and real issues, and you can create a beautiful outcome instead of looking at something that looks good. Installs rarely used to be what we showed back in the day because most of us, especially me with my round face, I'm not talking bad about myself, but I have a round, chubby face. When I got an install, even when I was smaller, I felt my hair looked like seed sprouts on a big face. That's not something that I would have been putting all over. I didn't even show pictures of my install, but it's so backwards now where the install is what people are inspiring their hair to look like. I started showing pictures of my hair down the line because now I'm like, okay, now it's coming together. Now it's filling out a little. I don't look so chicken sprouted. I don't know what, me being young and silly, I was used to big hair right away. So I started with my own hair, and my hair, like I told y'all, it has to thicken out. It's not something that was naturally just thick. And so as it filled in, as the locks progressed, I started getting more and more, because it wasn't even something that I worked with children, and they hard in East New York. I got called ramen noodle head, East New York, Brooklyn. I was, they were like, what did you got them little tiny braids in your hair? Like, it wasn't something you were proud of back in 2008. And I see it's such a different world. Great. Be proud of your install. But then I'm looking at how it's done. And I said, but the way X plus Y equals Z, I don't know it's a question mark about how that's going to look. And I almost for sure know that it's not going to look like that Z that they expected. It's going to look like something different. They twist the root after about 2 inches, they braid and they twist the end. Yes. That's what I'm getting at, Precious. Yep. Oh, sorry, y'all. Yes, that's what they did. And then she said 3 strands, so I think it was a braid. My brain was just like, what am I seeing? He also showed just doing a little bit and then leaving the hair out. I know that style from back in the day. And that's when he said he wanted to look like your hair. So he's showing these tried and true, like micro braid, micro Senegalese twist, micro twist, these tried and true styles that we've known about for decades. At least if y'all got your hair braided in the 90s and the 80s. You remember when you did the wet and wavy micro braids? I was in 87. I was in my mom's wedding at 7 years old with them. And it was because it looked like hair. And like, so you just get an inch braiding. So these are things that I think a lot of African countries or just a lot of African Americans know if you get your hair done by African braiders. But those other things, why do we throw away? Why do we throw away that we're supposed to take these out? Why did we introduce something that goes against fundamentals of hair locking and make it a regular in the industry of locking? There's two different worlds. Not to say extensions can't be done. They just need to be done in a certain way. Because like I said, I have an extension client that I started and no one else doing there wasn't no Microloc extensions. She started it. But I was clear enough about how I need to start it. But now it's much more knowledge now that I have. And there's things that we teach on, and you absolutely want to keep your hair. You got to do it this way. You got to do it this way. If you do it the other way, you're risking, we saw that attachment issue. With that big braid, the bulbous part, the way the hair is connected, that just embeds in the dandruff and white stuff and oils, and it grabs your hair up and it snatches your hair up and it pulls down your curl and it skinnies out the base, and it doesn't mesh. It's not a way that would support you keeping it in longer. If you're going to keep it in long, you got to understand why there's the problem with that way and how to not do it that way, but do it in a way that supports how the hair is going to come out. I'm so impressed with how he rolled the twists in his leg to complete them. Amazing techniques. The repair class, you absolutely, anybody teaching anything about locks, they should know how to do the repair for the most common problems with that technique, or the most common problems with any of the major problems that come in from whatever techniques are being done. Unfortunately, we got to step up our repair game, because the repairs that would just come in from interwoven lock, now we got things that, like the two-strand twist is essentially a big hole. I don't care how many times you try to re-grab the hair, you still got big spaces. And two-strand twist is, it's my pet peeve. It's my pet peeve for starting Microloc. It's my pet peeve. I'm sorry. It's a really hard, it's a foundation method that just doesn't really belong for micro. For big locks, knock yourself out. But yeah, one of those dolly lock influence people say. So yeah, I don't know. I'm glad I don't know a lot. I could see from her work she never shows roots to anything. Your client didn't know any better. There's so many different influencers. You know what? It's a superficial world out here. I hate to say that, but it's true. And there's reasons why people become influencers, I think, on a big, like a mass level, when they are saying certain things in a certain way. But sometimes you lose your grounding and your scruples and your integrity if you are chasing a like. I could go out here and say all types of stuff to get y'all likes. I'd rather the quality and the impact, because at the end of the day, what's my purpose here on? I'm sorry, I'm getting deep. It's like, what's my purpose here on earth? Even though hair seems superficial, is not. So I'm tapping into the layers that aren't superficial. I'm tapping into the layers that are about how we view ourselves, and like how I don't want to be walking around with my hair falling out. I don't want to be walking around looking crazy. I want our businesses to be able to make money in an ethical way. You can make a lot of money just doing a lot of great work instead of just being an influencer, saying what's trending. I watch how some people lose it a little, and I even have to catch them. Like, you don't gotta show X, Y, and Z on your IG because you want to get views. Be content with your 15, 20 likes, whatever. It's okay, because behind the scenes, that business is thriving. So just because your social media may look a certain way doesn't mean your business, like, word of mouth, other people having great results is really what sustains a business. So a lot of those people up here are going to fall because they're sitting on a house of cards. It's all illusion. It's smoke and mirrors. I don't want them to fall hard. I want them to maybe say, hey, maybe I'll take a different trip. Maybe I'll just take a different thing that's going to be more helpful for us and use my influence in a way that's going to be helpful. Yeah, so true, precious. Okay. Before I wrap up, I want to make sure I let y'all know about a couple of things we got coming on Microloc Mastery. But I'm gonna put this video together. I appreciate y'all watching and listening to this. I had put a video when I first came back from Africa, and I know like people had liked it, but I was like, I want to give more context to this dialogue because I think we need to bridge this gap between things that have been done before our grandparents, things that have been done when our ancestors was back in the motherland, those styles, the origins of the styles, and really get connected back so that we don't get caught up in a tornado of misinformation, the tornado of low self-esteem, the tornado of likes, the tornado of deception to get your coin, because we out here like crabs in a barrel in this country. Boy, ooh, child, capitalism makes you do some really strange and unethical and weird things for some money. Something strange for some change or influence or ego stroke. And I'd rather you I'd rather us come to the, like, I know my stream. Oh, shoot. Sorry, IG. I recently locked my hair. What are the do's and don'ts? I think I kicked off an IG. I apologize. I don't know how to close this. But let me get back to, I just got the notification here. IG be like, I know y'all are like, oh my God, you can't go live on here, because every time I try to with StreamYard, it kicks me off. And now my computer is acting slow and it might be frozen. Can y'all comment and tell me if I'm frozen? Oh, shoot. Embarrassing. Bootleg computer. I promise you, this computer is not cheap. I think it's my memory in the computer. It's just like, let me take this out so that helps. That should help. Let me take a water break. I don't know what's going on. I did want to show y'all like 2 more slides. And if I could pull up another video, but my screen is acting up. Okay, I'm not frozen. I see like, you can see me? Okay. All right. What I want y'all to do, if y'all follow the platforms or you stay connected, if you are interested in hearing more about indigenous, when I say indigenous, hearing more about Tanzania and the Masai, if you actually would like to go, stay tuned. There's going to be so many opportunities that we are gathering right now with my contacts out there to do this thing, this experience that will include instruction on hairstyling. It will include not only the Microloc mastery, like the Microlocs, getting strong foundational knowledge in Microloc that'll take you really far, but also in these other styling techniques, so that, you know, maybe a client would like that look, but you can give them that look right straight from a Masai hairstylist, or give them Microlocs properly done. And we will putting together some things for that. So this is not an official announcement. Maybe that's why I also didn't really share, because I'm like, I want to let them know and then tell them. But there's opportunity coming if you would like that to go, multiple opportunities. If you've never been, I don't know who's ever been in Tanzania, but I think it really makes impression in people's hearts when they go. But this is not some safari tour. We're not just gonna look at lions. Like I told my daughter when she was 8 when we went, she turned 8 in Africa. And she was like, all she had known, even though I try to make my child pro-Black, she was like, animals. I'm gonna go safari. And I was like, girl, we're gonna go stay at these 5-star hotels, whatever. They have pools in Africa. I was like, girl, you are embarrassment to be called my child. Get your butt on this plane. Let's go to Africa. And she came back telling all her friends, not just the culture, the beauty of the culture, the people. She was like, we stayed in beautiful places. Yeah, we went on safari, but we got to meet the Masai. We got to do this and that about the people, about the culture. It just instills a sense of pride, and it reconnects you back. Even if you're not from Tanzania, East Africa, there's a connection we all have. Like, even I would say I saw so many elements in Tanzania of Indian culture, of like so many other cultures, and it was just amazing. So I think that if you want that experience, it helps us put things in perspective when we come back into this swampland of the US. I'm sorry, I really try not to hate, but the US, the pressure is enormous. Capitalism has really, really affected even our traditional cultural stuff. The stuff that we are arguing about and being divisive about is insane and unheard of when you go to certain parts of Africa. And they're been doing for so long, doing these styles, and you come here and you see how capitalism warps people's minds about capitalism, likes, attention. Am I still frozen? Because I'm gonna rant, and I feel like would these Masai training be added to our certification? I ain't trying to spill the beans so much, but what they do is not, we don't do the exact same thing. So I think that there's discussion about putting these trains together, right? But also, y'all know, the social worker in me comes out making sure that they get credit for what they have. This is not something I'm creating. It's something that their lineage has done and created that. So I would not want to capitalize something under my name. Like that's not mine in that sense. So there's delicate ways I'm approaching this so that they want to share, but I want them to benefit off of how they share their knowledge. Because I think we are so giving that I can see where the exploitation comes in with our people. Because really nice, the Masai, just not just the Masai, but just a lot of different cultures in Africa, really nice, giving, sharing people. And I can see how, dang, like an opportunist could just come and just exploit and not give people what they're deserved of, especially the credit. So he told me I could show y'all that. He wanted me to, he was like, take this back, well, the translator, to the United States and show them. And I was like, yeah, but we're gonna do this right, because would you like to like have it as an income, and you know, like, or maybe as a more of a formal way where you get more credit? And he was just like ready to jump the gun. I was like, I would not feel comfortable just showing everything, but he did want to show y'all that. So all right, y'all, my computer looks crazy. I'm gonna take a picture and I'm gonna host it. It's nothing. It looks like I can't see myself. I can't see anything else to share, but I do want to say that if you are, okay, we have a couple of things coming up with Microloc Mastery. You already know, some of y'all may already know we have the 3-day training, but we have our boot camp starting. Hold on, let me do this so y'all could be like, she wasn't lying. The heck? Do you take consultations via cash? Yes, 305 Capricorn. I do. We do. We have, stay tuned, because I had done a poll and asked y'all, do y'all want some DIY support or consultation support, and not just no random. We're not the average. We'll go with consultation in here. No. We're gonna walk you through, give you the undivided attention that you deserved, as if you had a trained stylist in your pocket right with you. And not somebody just going to play guesswork like, yeah, you could do. No. Y'all know I don't play with that. Like, I don't play about my research. I don't play about knowing standards that make that have long-term results and being able to rehab so many people's hair. It's almost nothing that me or my team who learn the same exact things that we all teach y'all. It's nothing that we could not repair or learn to repair. So we can, or if we have to say, you know, maybe this is something that might need to be cut. So I'm very optimistic about really being able to continue to help people who might have something that's minor, but it feels major. Or maybe it's something like you're not sure what to do, but then you got the support and it's like, you know, we can fix that. Or if you do X, Y, and Z, it can make it look how you desire, you know, and evolve the way that you like. I'm pretty confident in that. That's how I built Naturally Beautiful Hair Care with Sister Locks. I was like, yeah, we're going to fix this. Boom. I'm going to find a way. And I'll be sitting there day after day in my brownstone and Bed-Stuy. Like, what can I do? What's out there right now for me to go learn from? How can I make this on the micro level to stay? No, I don't want them unraveling. I don't want them coming out. And so now I just put that all together, and hopefully we can impact people virtually even more so now. So that's just, oh, you're in New York. Okay, cool. Where? I'm in Jersey now, but we're definitely not that far. Okay, I don't know what's still showing up on my screen. Okay. All right, y'all. So the boot camp is starting next Monday, the 26th, to the 1st. Enrollment opens on the 1st. So we hope that if anyone was interested in enrolling, we're not sure. If you take the boot camp, if you want to enroll, you're going to have even more incentive to do so. If you want, because you're going to get a good dose of all this information. We're going to help you on your particular goals. So you can have goals for yourself. You can have goals for your business. And so the boot camp is designed to do that and give you all this knowledge, comprehensive, from all these different angles, real time, challenge you to do the X, Y, and Z that you're going to learn and see the results even before the boot camp is over. Excuse me. Some people want to go further. Some people are fine with that, whatever the case is. But if you decide you want to enroll, that's why we're ending it on the 1st. You'll have an opportunity when enrollment opens that not everyone is going to get that, because you've gone through the boot camp. You've shown that much more investment. We usually give you a little break because you've already invested. The 3-day training is on now. It's microlocmastery.com/3-day workshop. And that's also a great one on demand. Workbooks. You get workbooks for all of it. You get prizes in the boot camp, and you get the experience in real time in the boot camp. But in the 3-day training, it is like you chilling and you want to watch it on your own time. You go through the workbooks. You have that information, and you get in our community. So we had a community meeting Friday. Was it Friday? Yeah. And we got to meet the people that were in the 3-day training that normally aren't in our program. So you were able to be in that. You could go through whatever recordings are up there. I don't know. We had some stuff, some workshops, some trainings. You got access to some things for 30 days. So I think, and a freestyling class. So I think hopefully it's a reasonable price, a small price to get some access as opposed to paying for the whole certification. And yeah, enrollment opens on the 1st. And then we, how could I forget? Oh my gosh. Tonight is the last night of the group coaching for certification. So if you're in a program and you signed up, right, and you joined this cohort and you went through each module and you did your homework, your mannequin should be done, your milestone should be met, and you should be have put in those pictures, and we could give you a response by tonight that you've been certified in the program. And then you got your next steps. Getting in it, and if you want the directory list, if you want whatever else, and then you become in our certified group, and then you can go on a pricing workshop with us tomorrow. It's a lot. I'm hoping that there's going to be a good number. If not, don't worry. But if you join our program and you want to do the group coaching, it's free. I don't make you pay extra for that. You can come in as many times as you want. The boot camps are going to be free for you. The 3-day training I made free. And a whole bunch of other little workshops, always free. It's all included. So you're buying into a network of support, not buying a money grab. I hope y'all think it's a money grab. Because I've heard people say crazy stuff about they paid and they got like an 8-minute recording or a 1-day training. No, this takes some time because the best take time. Quality takes time. Quality is not a look at. You can go on YouTube for that, honestly, if you want to just learn something really quickly. But do you want to master it? You're going to have to know all these elements, and that's time, and that is wisdom, and that takes time. Your loctician did a few mistakes, so I'm just concerned. Okay, well, open dialogue. Don't be scared of your loctician. If you're scared of your loctician, call me. And I'm just playing. The Brooklyn came out real quick. Woo, no. Just sense if there's extra defensiveness where there doesn't need to be. Because I think a good professional understands, or at least can have an understanding of what a client may feel. And in this realm of hair, we should be able to tune in. So whether or not we tired and we just want to do your hair and get out, end of the day, I tap into, I know how it felt to sit in that chair. So let me take a moment to reassure this client, or to explain, or to take accountability for something I did not do. And let me take a moment, because we can have that like insight of what that's like. So that's how I come from, if somebody's rude, we're human, but if you are asking in a respectful way about money and hair that grows out your scalp and money that you paid for me to tend to the hair that grows out of your scalp, and I give you an attitude and act like the hair out of your scalp is my hair growing out of my scalp, and I know everything, yet you're the one that has to walk around with the style that I'm manipulating on your hair, then I need to be checked. I need to be checked. I'm sorry. I just, it's very clear. It's different if someone comes to us and they're just being extra, oh my God, my head, and you have to reassure them, but still have a reassuring vibe. Energy in hair is also powerful to me. I think that that's something that we carried also with Africa. When we talk about hair and spirituality, it's a whole other conversation, but at least understanding the respect that you give, you're transferring energy. So we should still be like cordial towards each other. So I think that if you can't have that dialogue, y'all could always reach out to us and our team. We will be providing more support to people, at least so you can know if something is big, because maybe you are making a big, not saying you, but like some people have been told by their locticians that they're over exaggerating. And when our team looked at it, their hair, they were like, oh no, you're not over exaggerating. And you can only be told to trust the process, but for so long before it's like, nah, there's nothing to trust here. Like, this is an emergency that needs help. I don't like that. Trust the process. So I did a video called Trust the Process, and it was like, oh, you can see a lot of people was watching. But then I said when to trust the process and when to be concerned. And if someone is not listening to your concerns properly, or you're finding, and that's why I spelled out some things that you should look for. Like, if you're having experiencing this fuzziness, experiencing X, Y, and Z at this stage, that's a concern. Something at one stage might be okay. It's a little normal. We can work through it. If you're at the year 2 mark, and now your hair is looking, it's still not locking, it's still it's doing all these things that really aren't typical for most hair textures at that point using that method. That's why I always talk about the one method, interwoven method. But it could be a variation of that, even that's not being done properly, that's causing something that shouldn't be. And something has to be switched up in order to salvage, save the results. Yeah. I hope I'm not talking to myself, because Lord, my screen stays looking crazy. All right, y'all. I feel like I can't really see anything. So I would keep like talking, but I don't want to play myself. So hold on. A little bit. It's a little normal. Oh, okay. Okay, well, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and close this out. Thank you so much. He said, we here. I could see my computer is... Oh, no, I was going to make an inappropriate joke. Being a whole social worker, I was like, she's acting like... Okay, what does this one say? It's like, she's not functioning properly. I can't see. If the professional getting an attitude about your head of hair. What? There's time for a new professional, as that's not what a professional should be acting. This is not for everybody. It's lifestyle's not a trend. No, everything's not for everybody. Oh, that's such a good point. Everything is not for everybody. Every style is not for everybody. Every technique, every service. Just because you saw a video don't mean you should open a business. If you don't have customer service skills, if you don't understand and appreciate the value of hair education, people can be easily frustrated. Are you ready to actually get a lot of clients? Because then if you have a lot of clients because they are desiring what you're offering, and you have an attitude because you got a lot of clients, like, is your mind frame in the right space? Honey, that's what you should have wanted. Then I noticed, like, people get annoyed with clients. So that's why I started focusing energy, even with like my little ebooks I put in the course. I was like, no, we're going to go into it more at some point. But just, I say I have one called the Caring Stylist. And some people really, truly need to evaluate why they're doing the work they're doing. Because if you're pissed off every day, you have a nasty disposition, and nobody can tell you nothing, and you have confusing things that people can't figure out, but you're mad at, like, you don't have the self-awareness and insight is needed also. Again, because we are sensitive people. Black women are sensitive people. We have a whole history of stuff that we are healing through. And you can't come in and be another traumatizing experience. Don't be in a traumatizing experience, because we all got something that could tick you, like, I say sometimes when I'm joking, like, it could be a ticky ticky boom boom, like a trigger. It could be a trigger, and like, it could be the nicest pie, sweetest pie, but say something to someone some way, or have not know that they just been through 10 other stylists that gave them terrible experience, and they're hoping that you could be the one. And here you are. Like, are you in the right space? Are you getting the support you need? Are you in it for the right reason? Because that will show. Okay. Ooh. All right, y'all. I've been on for long. But can y'all see if I add this to the stage? I want to see y'all look at Najma's face. when she got
You're welcome. And you can put her in here when you finish. Oh, I need a brush for her.
You see the brush?
Yeah.
Well, y'all can't see it either. I just realized y'all can't see my screen. Lord, why is my screen like this? Okay, remove. Bootleg. Y'all, thank you for bearing with me. I'm not perfect. Nothing is perfect that I do ever, especially when it comes to live streams. I appreciate those that watch. I appreciate those that like. Stay with me because I'm going to put something together that y'all could just watch. And I have more like clips and things I want to put together, but just keep in mind, things have origins. And that's the whole point that I wanted to make. Was now that we don't want to keep seeing an unnecessary amount of people having physical damage, emotional damage, financial damage because of a lack of info and a lack of care and a lack of scruples. That is the main message. I don't get on stuff if it comes out looking great. If it comes out making let's make more positive impacts to the industry. Let's be, but let's not do things that are harmful. And then also be close to hearing, like, and one person was enough for me to say, well, I need to do my extensions different. Like way back in the day, I used a different type of hair that I normally use. That's why I can speak on different type of hair. I've used so many different types of hair. A certain type of hair I use for something temporary did not translate well to the extensions. And boy, oh boy, did that have an effect when I did a head with that hair. It was, in the same realm, but it's just different things that I think if I could speak about my mistakes or speak about what I've learned that's been helpful, then I think I share. And so, like I said, like I feel weird when it's like I'm sensitive about these topics, but if they're not being appreciated, it also makes you feel some type of way. But then you're like, you know what? Those who hear will hear. Those who acknowledge will acknowledge it. Y'all have tuned in. I thank y'all for being here. And we can pick up on this conversation again another day. I know it was black and you couldn't see. And then Precious has said, well, someone said they agreed, and then she said something I can't see. But not knowing these triggers can ooh-wee. Yeah, girl. Yep. Y'all have a great rest of your Monday. Bye.